So anyhow, guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you all taking the time to be here on tonight's call. It's an honor and a treat to be able to present before every single one of you tonight. I want to welcome you to Total Takeover. I really love this name, Total Takeover. It kind of reminds me of the movie Total Recall, believe it or not, because it's a total consciousness. If any of you ever saw the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie back in the 80s or 90s, I can't even remember when that was. It's been a while back. Total takeover is exactly what it says. What we want to do here, guys, is we want to do a total takeover of the internet. It's a really interesting story how this all came about. It really, really is. It's amazing how the universe works and brings conversations into fruition. You know, I have the great privilege and honor of having friends in this industry, believe it or not. And I was very fortunate to, you know, have a relationship with Dave Lear, who introduced me to Wallace. And Dave and I go back a few years. We know of each other. And you know, a lot of things have been going on in the last year, 2014, trials, tribulations, some great times. We all have some ups and downs, right? This industry is kind of like a roller coaster ride in many which ways, shapes, and forms. And Dave and I got talking. He said, hey, man, you know what? This industry needs a facelift. And I've been preaching all that language for years. This industry really does need a facelift. And Dave kind of talked to me about his thoughts, his ideas about the industry. And then he introduced me to Wallace. And the more that we got talking, communicating, we realized that we had the same mission to help as many people as we possibly can. The truth is, this industry has been gone to hell in a handbasket for a number of years, the home-based business industry. And so we basically got talking and we said, hey, you know what, why don't we team up? You know, we seem to have a passion, we seem to have a love, and we seem to be three guys that could get together and take this industry, take our mindsets, take the systems, methodologies, the training to another level, unlike anything people have ever seen before. For us, it was all about taking care of people. It really, really was. And when we got talking about the philosophy about what's going on in this industry, it was really amazing to have this conversation about, you know, becoming three partners, being the three musketeers, and taking this out there. I'm a little bit ahead of the game here. I do apologize for that. We started thinking about what was going on in the industry. And when we got talking, we realized there was a massive void in this industry. I don't know how many of you feel the same way we do, but there's a massive void in the industry, massive void. People are not making money. I mean, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of launch companies out there. There's a lot of pre-launch companies out there. There's a lot of big promises out there. And believe you me, I know that. I've been in this game for 36 years. I've seen it all, from the old school marketing to the marketing of 2015. It's pretty amazing what's going on out there today. And we realize that a lot of people out there are suffering. They really, really are. People feel like they're roadkill. They join this program, they join that program. And you know what? I've been there, done it. I don't get angry. I don't blame a lot of people for it. I take responsibility. I move forward. It's part of the learning curve of being in business and part of the learning curve about discovering who you are and what you're all about in your decision-making along the way. But I promise you, it'll always be an interesting journey in this industry. So when we got talking about the massive void in the industry, we kind of talked a little bit about the dynamics that are taking place in today's marketing. Here we are in 2015. So ask yourself right now, as we sit here in this time and space and in friendship, hopefully on this call, ask yourself, where's the industry going? I mean, really, where's the industry going? In my observations, and it really hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, I was aware of it, I knew about it, but it really hit me like a ton of bricks just in the last 8 months, just observing people, their methodologies, their mindset, the way they would speak, communicate, the things they would gravitate to, the things they would spend money on, the things they wouldn't spend money on. It was just really amazing to observe people's observations and their ability to grade the industry and how they communicated that. And so, you know, we talked about it, and we see the industry going in the area or the genre of microwave marketing, really. People want instant success. It's amazing, you know, even outside of what it is we do on the internet, you take a look at it, you know, I think of my wife, I think of myself, I think about getting the kids to school. My kids go to a private school and do that every morning, and seeing all the people going through the drive-through mentality, instant this, instant that. People just want things now, and they want it in a hurry, right? So the bottom line is, Dave and I and Wallace are talking about that. We're observing all these incredible facts. We realize that even outside of the home-based business industry, that society is really like fast and furious, where people want everything now. We realized that we had to cater a business opportunity, our mission, our ideas, our concepts, everything we talked about. We realized we had to bring that to life, and we realized that we had to bring it to the people in the sense that we have to cater to the individual, the marketers like yourselves that were kind enough and smart enough to come to this call tonight. Because when you take a look at what's going on in the industry right now, people are looking. I mean, people are looking for a home. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for, almost like a shepherd to take them to the promised land out there. So you're not going to find that, in various different programs, different models out there. The days of nickel and dime business opportunities are over. I think you're smart enough to know that based on what's happening globally around the world today. Time's going by, years are going by. Everything is moving faster than it was yesterday. And I'm not sure what the explanation is for that, but it's real and it's happening. And I see that with my kids growing fast. I see that with myself aging quickly. Time's going by really quickly, and there's so much that people want to accomplish. So I feel a sense of urgency out there for people, especially in our industry. And so nickel and dime programs making 50 cents and 75 cents and $1.50 as a monthly residual income, no offense, but that totally sucks, for most people today. They're not going to get rich there. They're going to spend more time, effort, and energy not making money than they are making money. So the more we communicated, the more we thought about it, we said, what do the masses want? I mean, what do you all want? You're sitting here in our webinar room tonight, and I would ask you a direct question, face-to-face, belly-to-belly, eyeball-to-eyeball. I mean, you can all see my eyes behind the glasses, I hope. And I'd ask you the question, what is it you want? Every single one of you on this line, what is it you want? And I bet most of you on this line would want a company. All right? You'd want a company with a low startup cost, with very little risk, with an incredible product that has been totally undervalued. I kid you not. But I bet every single one of you on this line want a smoking hot, high-end residual income, unlike anything you've ever been exposed to before. And I'm sure you've heard that many, many times over and over again. I know exactly what it is you want. So when David Wallace and I got talking, we said, okay, let's design this around the industry. Let's design this around the people. I said it on last night's call. I mean, just because you think you got the hottest restaurant in town, just because you think you're the hottest chef in town, it doesn't mean people are going to buy your food. You take a look at the fast food industry. It's smoking hot. It's booming. Why is it booming? Because they cater to that fast and furious society. They cater to what people want. And we as company innovators, owners, creators, we need to do the same thing. And if we don't, the people don't come. The people leave. The people walk away. And that's the end of the deal. The company's over. So give people what it is they want. I mean, when you take a look at a definition that I use, a lot of people three-way me into company owners, and I really don't have time to be on the phone with a lot of company owners out there. So the fastest way I know how to get rid of a company owner on the phone with me when they want to pitch me on their deal is I ask them this question. I say, excuse me. They say yes. I say, what do you know about marketing? And they tell me marketing is about taking a product from a manufacturing point of through a distribution network and getting it to an end user. That's not marketing. Marketing is the art and science of empowering. Listen to this very carefully. I'm gonna say this once. I'll do it slow for you. Listen to this, and if you can assimilate, manifest, and internalize this one thing I'm gonna say to you right now, you can make 7 figures in this industry. I kid you not. All right, but you have to become what I'm gonna say. Don't listen to it as an intellectual exercise. Listen to it as fact. You become what I'm gonna say. Marketing is the art and science of empowering, communicating, and developing a relationship with another human being based on their terms, not mine or yours. And when you can internalize that, live that, and breathe it, you'll understand why some of us have put over 2-3 million people in network marketing over the years. That's a gift of internalization. So what I'm really saying to you is I'm kind of babbling here, is give the people what they want. If you give the people what they want, they will come. In anything, any sort of business, any sort of enterprise, the people will come. So you give the people what they want in this industry. And what people want in this industry, folks, they want an executive income. They want an executive income with a low operational cost. They want a marketing system. They want a marketing system that will allow them to totally control and dominate everything they wish to do on the internet. Many people are in multiple streams of income. Fabulous, fine, exciting, that's great. I have no problem with that. I think it's awesome. But what people want is an executive income with low operational cost, and they want the tools that will bring them copious amounts of leads, copious amounts of signups. People are looking for copious amounts of conversion because they know if they can do that on the internet utilizing the appropriate methodologies and protocols to do that, it's going to give them that lifestyle income that everyone's hungry for. Everyone's hungry for a lifestyle income. And if anyone tells you they're not, well, block them. All right? You know you're dealing with somebody that's probably a nitwit marketer and not a network marketer, okay? So that used to be me many, many years ago. So anyhow, guys, we're going to put this together in such a fun-loving way. I'm really, really excited about this. You know, the big dream for all of us on this line, myself included, is as internet marketers, our dream is this. No matter what company that we're in, every single one of us probably wish deep down inside that we could dominate the leaderboards in some which way, shape, or form. Now, why would I say that? Because if you're dominating the leaderboard in some which way, shape, or form, you know you're making money. And so what we've put together here, and I'm going to introduce you to the product line in a second, is absolutely ingenious. And I can't take credit for it. I got to give Dave and Wallace the credit for this aspect. I have my delegated role in this, although I'm a trainer as well, too. But they put together an incredible automated system that will allow every single one of you to be able to, if you become conscientious, if you become the student that you should be in anything it is you're doing, you'll be able to dominate the leaderboards in anything you want to do. Anything you want to do. And we're using a powerful two-step marketing system to take any business you're doing, your primary business. You tell us what it is. And we've put together a module that can help you elevate, boom, just like that, from the basement to the penthouse. You see, life's an inside job. It's not what you know, it's who you know. When you're connected to the right people in this industry, it's a piece of cake after that, okay? It's a piece of cake after that. So the package we put together here, because, you know, so many people out there ask me, Val, yeah, where can I get great leads? You know, a lead is only as good as the communicator. I mean, the bottom line is a lead is only as good as the communicator. I know a guy that generates, he tells me, he says, I get 60,000 hits. Would you believe this? A guy gets 60,000 hits to his website a week. Well, actually less than a week, 4 to 5 days, 60,000 hits. So I asked him a question. I said, brother, I said, listen, man, how much money is that making you? He says, it's making him about $2,200 a month. Well, when I heard that, I almost collapsed. I can't believe that somebody would be making that type of money generating 60,000 leads to their website a month. If that guy could take that 60,000 visit population and put them in front of me, I could have him making over $1 million in less than 3 months. That's the difference of being in the know and not being in the know. So what we put together here, guys, is just an incredible system that'll rock your world big time. You're going to get access to one-of-a-kind, step-by-step video tutorials. And this is not your average YouTube stuff. I mean, everyone's got a course out there on the internet. But what I'm reaching out and saying to you is this: what makes this video library so spectacular, so unique, so different is because what you're going to see in video is actually being applied by certain people on the internet right now to generate over 7 figures in their personal bank accounts. So it's not about, hey, it's a philosophical way of doing business. It's not a philosophical way of doing business. It's a practical application. It's a form of execution that makes copious amounts of money, that gives you more money in your Hip City Pocket Bank than anything you can imagine. There's something about this system that draws people. And then when you activate the system, when you put it into motion, all of a sudden, your pocketbook starts to load up. Not because you're selling the system, but because you're utilizing the system to build your other primary needs, your other primary businesses, your other multiple streams of income. You can take this, generically speaking, and blow any deal out on the internet that your little heart desires, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's a license to print money. It's a full-blown marketing system, complete with lead generation, customizable capture pages, lead contact manager, tracking statistics. We've got it all here for every single one of you. All right. So that's Dave and Wallace's incredible contribution, with many great leaders that they're connected with as well, too, that make copious amounts of money to bring this exclusively into Total Takeover and dominate. And then I guess my little part in the program is I guess I get to be the presenter and do the charismatic, presentations and whatnot. But, myself being in this industry for 36 years, I have a love and passion for teaching and educating too. I used to teach a course called the Dead Sea Scrolls to Marketing. I ran a course called Mentors in Motion from my house for 6 years, and I did $91 million working from home in sales, running my Mentors in Motion. 182,000 people came into my team at $500 a pop. So we did extremely well, multi-million-dollar, status doing that. So, a lot of people love different products out there, but Dave, Wallace, and myself, we have a passion for education, learning, and knowledge, and passing that torch on to the next generation. So my contribution outside of presentation skills is also training. And, I'm very connected in this industry with the Ray Higdons, the Larry Wingetts, the Jack Zufelts, the Todd Falcones. I mean, you name it, anyone out there pretty much that's big in the industry, I have access to them. And so one of my passions is interviewing these people. And so with the Megastars of Marketing series, you're going to get access to an online audio library where you're going to get access to interviews where I go toe-to-toe with these people. And I'm not looking for the power positive thinking garbage, and I'm not looking for goal-setting crap. I'm not into that. I think that's all a waste of time. What I'm looking for is the hidden gems. When I talk to Ray, when I talk to Todd, when I talk to Jack Zufelt, I mean, we break barriers. We expose the hidden truths that the average person doesn't get access to. So you're going to get access to those audios as well, too. And the beautiful thing about these wonderful individuals that are also giving me permission to interview them, there's a lot of events going on in North America. I can't speak for all the other parts of the world. I know they do it in the Philippines and Thailand. But here in North America, there's major events being held in Las Vegas, all right, where this, massive spectacle of great speakers, motivational speakers, and authors of books and network marketers get together a couple times a year, and then you have to pay $299 or $279. You buy tickets, you fly down there, you have to pay for your hotel and all that stuff. You go down there and you get to be pumped up for a weekend, and you're ready to take on the world, right? And then you come back, and there's no support mechanism, and then you come back and you got credit card debt. We're going to do something better than that. We're going to bring the live events all included in this package once a month. We're going to have many great speakers from the Falcones, from the Wingetts, from the Russell Brunsons to, anybody, you name anybody. I can probably get them to come and do the event. Once a month, we'll bring a guest speaker into a room and let them rip it up for an hour and let you see what they got, let you see why they're so good and so great, let you see why they're held in such great esteem. So we're bringing immense value to the table here and bringing you these live events, the magazine, and the incredible tools that Dave and Wallace have put together. We want to create a global worldwide domination, and that's why we call this Total Takeover, because we're going to do something that's never been done before, not only from a product point of view, but we've got a compensation plan here that no other company has that I'm aware of. And I'm not hyping it out. I'm not giving it any smoke and mirrors. Everything that I say to you tonight, we're going to walk the talk on. So really what I'm wanting to do here tonight is have every single one of you shift gears. I'm not a big fan of poverty consciousness. One of the things I've been teaching for a number of years is prosperity consciousness. So we're going to shift into prosperity consciousness. We're going to take people that are honest with themselves and can look in the mirror and just say, you know what, I really want this bad. We're going to help these people get from the basement to the penthouse in a very short period of time. We can do that through the training, through the tools, through the marketing system, through the incredible, live events, the spectacular online audio magazine. But more importantly, I think you all know this. I'm just going to be straight up with you about this. I'm not going to play games with you on this. For every single one of you on this line, and I think for people out there on the internet, it's about money, isn't it? Without money, people aren't motivated to do too much. So here's how the deal goes down. Imagine creating this incredible lifestyle. And Tracy, thank you so much for that picture. Tracy created that picture for me personally based on the fact that I have a collection of cars, and my wife and I, we own 17 houses too. We've done extremely well. So anyhow, the whole point being is when Dave and Wallace and I were talking, we said we need to be philanthropic about this. We took a look at the currency around the world and what people could afford. And, some people were trying to get us to create this high ticket program because of the immense value we brought to the table. But, Dave really, really wanted to keep this under $90. So we came up with $89.95 as a monthly. And we thought to operate a multi-million-dollar business, I kid you not, working from home for $89.95, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second, that would be spectacular, globally speaking, all over the world. So some of you are probably sitting here on the line right now. You're like a little bit cynical, skeptical, and jaded, right? I mean, you can't put anything by me. I've got a degree in psychology and psychiatry, not technically in school, but just being around this industry for 36 years. You're probably jaded, cynical. You're probably thinking like, yeah, I wonder if this guy's really, I wonder if he's greasing us, or I wonder if he's telling the truth. You don't believe me? I'm going to show you, because that's all I've ever done for people over the years is if I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to show you, all right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the mechanism that we put into play. I like to call this a simple exercise in prosperity. I'm going to show you the mechanism we put into play to compensate people, all right? So we're going to show you two different pay plans, because what we did is we created monthly residual coming from two different pay plans overlapping. So you're going to see two pay plans overlapping. One's a primary pay plan, one's a secondary pay plan. The secondary is your allowance. I say that in a fun-loving way, of course. It's kind of like money just to live on, kind of like money to pay rent, mortgage, money to kind of, pay the internet, pay the primary things that you have going on in your life on a monthly basis. And then the other that I'm going to show you right now, it's for lifestyle, okay? So I'm going to take you into that right now. This is going to be pretty cool. So let me explain to you pay plan number one, if I may, with your permission. So here we go. You ready? Every single one of you are going to be in profit with only two people coded to you, and I'm going to show you how that works. This is going to be like compounding residual income like you have never seen before. You get paid $45 per person. Not a Mickey Mouse 50 cents, 75 cents, $1.50, and all that stuff. On the primary, it's $45. And it's not just fast start for 1 month. That would kind of suck if it was. What this is it's month after month after month residual income. You're going to get paid $45 a person. So if you had 100 people on your team, what's 45 times 100? It's a significant amount of money for the average person. Wouldn't you agree? Every 30 days, from every pay line you have. And I'm going to explain to you what that means right now. All right? So let the games begin. Let's check this out. So obviously you're going to have a sponsor. I think every single one of you know what that is, having a sponsor. And here's you. And you can see you, and then you can see residual income. So I got to show you some residual income here, right? Because you're all sitting back waiting. Okay, I wonder if this guy's going to really show us what he's got. Yeah, no problem. I can do that. I can do that with my eyes blindfolded. You ready for this? Let's check it out. Okay, so there's your sponsor. There's you. You bring in your first sale. You invite people to this call. You let people see the pre-recorded version. Right now we're in free launch. We had just in the first few hours, in less than 24 hours, we had over 5,000 people come in. All right? Over 5,000 people come in the free aspect of it. And then I'm going to show you right now why these people are going to be smart enough to activate. You make your first sale. That person is Sam, okay? When Sam comes in, and after free launch, we go into pre-launch where we activate the monetary side of it. When Sam pays $89.95, the good news is you're going to make $45. Isn't that pretty cool? You're going to make $45. Now, you're going to bring in a second person, and let's say that wonderful second person happens to be Sue. When Sue comes in, you're going to make $20 on Sue. Now, why would I say that? Because Sue's going to be passed up. This is like a reverse two-up. You keep the first sale, and your second sale, you pass up. You got to give in order to receive in the game of life, right? But the beautiful thing about our two-up is you just don't pass that second sale up and not receive anything in return. You get a $20 residual monthly income on that person. So we split it. So on the pass-up, 25 goes to your sponsor. As you can see, if you look at that illustration, 20 goes to you. That's the breakup of the $45 there. You're making money. You're not being cynical, skeptical, and negative, saying, well, I don't want to pass that person up. I don't want to pass that person up. I don't want to pass that person up. You're not really going to care. You're not going to give a damn because you're still going to be making money on that person. All right? Now, let me see if I have this right here. I think I do. Okay. So obviously you're going to make $65 in residual income when you add the $20 to your 45 as you see there. Now, what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is you're going to bring in a third person. That person's name is Bill. When bill comes in, you're going to get $45, and you're going to add the $45 because you're not passing that person up. The $45 is now going to create $110 in residual month after month after month. Remember, this is $110 residual. This is not Fast Start Daddy from Cincinnati one-time money. This is $110 on a monthly basis, all right? So you got $110 coming in. Your overhead is about $89.95 for now, and you can figure that out later. I'll just show you some really cool dynamics here first. Okay, then let's take a look at what happens. Then you bring in Mary. Mary's sale number 4. Well, guess what? You're going to get $20 when Mary comes in. You know why? Because sale number 4, Mary, is going to be a pass-up. So Mary goes up line, you get 20, your sponsor gets 25, your sponsor's happy, they didn't recruit her sponsor. And this same process is replicating itself thousands of times over on a monthly basis. You're going to be going through the exact same illustration for yourself personally. So now your residual is $130 a month. When you add the 20 to the 110, you've got $130 residual coming in every single month, all right? And you're only looking at 4 people there. I mean, that's pretty cool. You've made more money than you've taken out of your Hip City Pocket Bank. But then you bring in your 5th sale, all right? Your 5th sale comes in, and you can see under the 130, there's a 45 that was just placed there. There's another $45 for you. So now what? All right, let's take a look at what happens next. You're up $175 in residual, all right, on that 5th person. Now, from the 5th person on, okay, just want to make sure I show you this correctly. From the 5th person on, there's a 6th person that you brought in. You're going to get another $45, and that's going to push it up to what, 220? I hope my math is good. I think my math is okay. Let me just see it. It should be 220. I was right. All right. So you got $220 there in residual income. All right. It's not a lot of money yet, but you know what? It's still not bad. But the really cool thing is you're only going through the 2-up once. All right, you get that out of the way. You bring in sale number 1, pass up sale number 2, keep sale number 3, pass up sale number 4, and then you're qualified. But if any of your pass-ups ever fall out of the program, you've got to requalify. You always have to sustain and maintain 2. So what will happen is if you make your next sale, sale number 17, sale number 42, sale number 137, that person will be the pass-up, all right? Because you always have to stay pass-up qualified. It's paramount. So from your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th sale on to eternity, infinity, as some of you might know, you'll be making $45 a person, and then you're starting all these 2-ups going up to you as well. All these infinite pay legs paying you anywhere from, $45 to, if you keep recruiting and building wide, you'll be getting the $25 all rolling up to you as well. It's going to be absolutely a beautiful thing. So that's an illustration right there that kind of shows you the dynamics of the pass-up. But now let me kind of show you a 7-month business plan when it comes to making money here, all right? I'll pick up the pace a little bit here. All right, month 1, you get 4. We don't set goals here. Goal setting is for people that like to go broke. I'll prove to you why goal setting totally sucks and should never be taught. I don't allow my kids to learn goal setting, and they're not allowed to be in any class where goal setting is taught. Explain that to you in another time. I teach something called absolute commands, all right? I'm not into the world of wanting. It's called will have. It's just non-negotiable, and we can do a workshop on that another day. But anyhow, month 1, you get year 4. You just program the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind loves you more than anything in the world. It'll bring it into your reality. You program the subconscious mind for 4 sales your first month. 2 and 4 pass-ups, you keep sale number 1, sale number 3. 2 times 45 is $90. All right, you're now in profit, and you're pass-up qualified. You still earn $20 each on both those pass-ups, so you go 2 times 20, $40. You now have $130 coming in. Pretty cool? Pretty cool. That's month number 1. Let's take a look at month number 2. You get 2, who get 4. Of course, each are passed up, correct? So on the 4, you're going to get 4 times 25. There's $100. Add 130 from last month's residual. You now have a residual income of $230. Not bad, all right? Not great, but not bad for the average person. As long as they're seeing that they're making money and over and above their cost, they're going to stick to the program like glue. Month 3, you get 4, who get 4, right? Your 4 get their 4. Of course, 2 each are passed up. 8 times 25, $200. Add it to your last month's income of $230. You now have $430 coming in on the residual. That's pretty cool. All right? Let's take a look. Month 4. You get 8, the 4. Of course, 2 are passed up. 16 times 25 gives you 400 coming in that month. All right? And then you add that to the 430 from the month before as residual, month after month after month. You've got $830. Now, $830, some people say, well, that's not a lot of money. Well, it is for only a few people in your organization. And when you take that $830 in a different foreign country and you convert that currency to, their money, they're living like kings and queens in some cases. And God only knows some of these people need the money. All right? So let's take a look at, where am I at here now? Let's take a look at month number 5. Your 16 get there 4. 2 are passed up, 32 times 25, right? 32 times 25 bucks on the pass up. You're going to have $800. Add 800 to 830, you've got 1,630 bucks coming into your Hip City Pocket Bank. Getting exciting, right? Watch this. Month 6, 2 are passed up. Total of 64. 64 times 25, 1,600. Add it to 1,630. You're now up $3,230. And remember, we're only talking about 4. I just told you over 5,000 people came in here in less than 16 hours. Isn't that amazing? And the really cool thing is we've got some people that have sponsored over 100 people, never mind 4. So do the math on 100. You're looking at probably not 3,230. You're probably looking at, I don't know, closer to $60,000 a month in income. I'm not ready to do the math right this second, but it's lifestyle income money. Then we take a look at month 7. 2 are passed up for a total of 128 being passed up. 128 times 25 bucks, right? 3,200 bucks times that 3,230 gives you $6,430 a month coming in. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty exciting. The average person who's never made money in business opportunity before, they're going to gravitate to this. They're going to love it. They're going to get excited. And then now, you know what? There's your 7-month business plan. I'm not going to show you 8, 9, and 10. You'll get pretty excited about that, but I don't want to blow the mathematical numbers out of the water here because, sometimes people just aren't ready, But let's get it to 6430. For most of you, get the feel, touch it, feel it, smell it, believe that it's real, and then let's move on and start making a whole lot more. Now, one of the cool things that Dave and Wallace put together, I can't take credit for this in any which way, shape, or form. They decided to overlap that incredible 2-up concept with a matrix. I'm almost finished the presentation, believe it or not. They decided to put a 2x10 matrix into play here. Now, why would they do that? Because it's a marketing technique. Most of you think it's about the money. Strategically, it was brilliant because it's a psychological marketing component that empowers people. Once again, it's about empowering people based on their needs, and people have this need. You get paid an amazing $1 per person every month in the matrix. All right? Every month, whether you personally sponsor anyone or not, whether you bring your 2 people in the 2-up or not, you come in based on the population, the global population of people coming in. You're placed in the matrix, and should you happen to have a team develop under that leg, whether you bring somebody in or not, I don't like bringing this word up, but there's something out there called spillover. It exists, and it's definitely going to exist in a program like this because of the magnitude of what we put together here. You'll get paid for every person within that 2x10. Let me show you the math on that, all right? So you're sitting in this matrix. Not only are you part of the 2-up, but you've been kind of complimentary put into this matrix, whether you do anything or not, based on your positioning, your timestamp, where you're at within the system. That's what a matrix looks like. It goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 2, 56, 5, 12, 1,024. Now I can breathe. And if you added up $1 a person, it gives you an allowance. It gives you a marketing allowance every month to get your family and friends off your back, to get your spouse off your back if they're not supportive of what you're doing, significant other. It'll pay your rent, your mortgage, whatever it is you need. It'll take some of the pain away. It'll take some of the pressure off a lot of people's lives. There's a bonus check of $2,046. Whether you like it or not, so sad, too bad. You get it. That's not my problem. That's yours. All you need to do is learn how to cash it. $2,046 in that matrix. Whether you sponsor anyone or not, you don't have to qualify for that. We don't care. The team's growing, it's building, and just seeing what's happening right now. Some people are hitting 1,000 people in their organization, and they've only brought a few people in since we released the free launch last night. So I don't know about you folks, but I think that's pretty fun. I think that's pretty exciting. You know why? because we designed this opportunity to be all about you. Everything about this is about you. All right? So really what we're doing here at the Total Takeover is we're inviting every single one of you to be on this incredible journey with us, this incredible journey about prosperity, about lifestyle. Sure, we can talk about products. Sure, we can talk about companies and comp plans, but you know what? The bottom line is the reason why you're all going to be here, and I know what the reason is, it's because show me the money. It's all about money, isn't it? To most people, it's all about money. And then they're going to be totally blown away when they realize the product is absolutely sensational, and it gives everybody everything they would need, want, and desire to go out there on the internet and create a dynasty or basically build a financial empire working from home. All the tools are here to pull that off. So get back to the person that was kind enough, wise enough to send you to this presentation tonight. It's time to get started. There's a reason why you're on this call tonight. There's a reason why you're sitting here listening to a stranger, in some cases, talk to you, but we don't have to be strangers forever. That's the good thing. There's a reason for everything. So there's nothing to think about. Just do it. And when you learn the process, when you learn the mechanisms, when you learn the psychological dynamics of just do it, you'll never have to set goals ever again, because you'll have everything in life you ever need, wanted, and desire without any form of limitations. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to the call tonight. Love you all in spirit. Thank you for being here. Get back to the person put you on this call. You can work your way up the linear chain to get access to us. I'm making myself available. I guess I'm kind of like the spokesperson for the company as well as being a partner in it. Dave and Wallace are really the real big brains behind the company, and they put everything together. But I'm kind of like the guy out there. If there's anything you need, if you want private calls, if you need three-way calls, if you need Skype calls, if you want a private webinar for your teams, for other leaders out there in the world, please utilize me. That's my gift. That's my talent. That's what put an awful lot of money in my pocket, is my voice and my ability to communicate. I want to offer that to every single one of you and say, Dave, Wallace, and myself are of service to all of you out there. We are here to serve you, to help you build your empire. We are so obsessed. We are so passionate about turning everyone into believers, because we know that not everyone's a believer, and we're going to do everything in our power to change that mindset, all right? We believe, and we want you to believe. So anything we can do to help you, we'll help you. We're here to go the extra mile. Where other companies won't do that, we'll do that. We'll go the extra mile. We really want to cater to you. We look at this as you're in our environment, our playground, our community. We're hosting this party. We want you to feel good about being here, all right? We want you to recommend what it is we're doing. And if we don't make you feel good, we're smart enough to know that you're not going to come back and you're not going to pass the word on to other people, all right? So we're going to do everything in our power to put a smile on your face and make you happy. We're going to do it. So anyhow, guys, listen, once again, love you all in spirit. Thanks for being on this call. Have a wonderful evening. God bless. Be safe. Be sound. And we're going to be back again Thursday night. Thursday night, we're going to be back again. We're taking the night off Wednesday night. We'll have this call recorded. Everything you heard tonight, everything you saw tonight, it's being recorded right now as we speak. We'll render it. We'll get it out there. We'll get it in circulation. And if you want to pass this on to other people, feel free to do that as well, too, okay? Everything you need, want, desire is totally in here to create your financial empire working from home.